Coming to paperback and e-readers this February, Isis, Samurai Goddess. The goddess next door takes on kung fu killers in this action-packed martial arts Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Samurai Goddess in paperback and e-readers this February. I have to wonder, why is it that the Afro-American Negro is always drawn to and attracted to the most destructive behaviors and the most dysfunctional behaviors? Because I look at the Afro-American Negro community and it seems like every time you see something destructive or dysfunctional, there is always a large group of Afro-American Negroes gathered together. However, if there's something positive in the black community going on, you won't see that many Afro American Negroes gathered together. In many cases, when you look at things like libraries or places like libraries or things like books or things like are designed to build up the community, you won't see a large group of Afro American Negroes congregated in these places. You'll see a handful of black people in these situations in most cases. However, if there's something destructive going on in the Afro American Negro community, such as a gang, drug cartel, or some sort of criminal enterprise, there you will see a large group of Afro American Negroes congregating together. And moreover, you will see a large group of other Afro American Negroes there to support this dysfunctional and destructive enterprise to the community. And I have to wonder, what is this innate into the nature of the Afro American Negro that they are right there associated with all these negative and destructive behaviors? Or is this something that they were taught in their culture from their mothers? Because the Afro American Negro woman is the first teacher of culture to the Afro American Negro. And it's clear to me that she has a low self esteem about herself, and because she has a low self esteem about herself, she is drawn to destructive and dysfunctional behaviors. Because that low self esteem is one of the reasons why I think many of these Afro American Negro women are so drawn to things that are destructive. Because if it's somebody who is talking about selling drugs in their community, there is the Afro American Negro woman right there to support him. If there is somebody in their community talking about being a member of a gang, there is the Afro American Negro woman right there to support him and stand by him. If there is somebody in her community talking about women are B's and H's, there's an Afro American Negro woman standing right there. However, if there's a guy talking about starting his own business, that guy is pretty much ignored by the Afro American Negro woman and the Afro American Negro community. If there's a guy talking about writing a book, that man is not supported by the Afro American Negro woman and the Afro American Negro community. If there's somebody talking about cleaning up the black community and maintaining a quality of life in the Afro American Negro community, that's when we're going to see pretty much nobody there. Because when it comes down to this Afro American Negro, they don't value these things because, as I see it, due to the low self esteem of this Afro American Negro woman who was supposed to be his teacher of culture, he never learned how to value anything. And what you see in your Afro American Negro community is just a reflection of how this Afro American Negro woman sees herself and how she views the community. Because all these self-destructive behaviors, again, originate with your Afro American Negro woman. And because these boys and girls are raised by this Afro American Negro woman's single mother, they pretty much gravitate towards these destructive behaviors. Because I look at this Afro American Negro community and everything that could have been positive, your Afro American Negro wants nothing to do with. I mean, literally, it's like kryptonite and Superman or Dracula and garlic. You put positive things in front of this Negro, and you can literally watch him disappear. It's like magic. I mean, anything positive you put in front of the Afro American Negro, he runs right away from it because, again, his woman does not support it. His woman does not want anything to do with it because, again, she has low self-esteem, poor self-worth, and a poor self-image. And because she has low self-esteem, poor self-worth, and a poor self-image, she does not see herself as deserving of anything valuable or having any value in society. And when we look at the behaviors of this Afro-American Negro and how they gravitate towards dysfunctional behaviors, again, we can see how they do these things because they believe that these are the things that are going to get her the attention of this Negro woman, the approval of this Negro woman, and the favor of this Negro woman. Because if these Negro women were the ones who are sitting here supporting the positive things in their community, I believe that this Afro-American Negro community would change overnight. Because if she was the one out here supporting the black-owned businesses, supporting the black entrepreneurs, supporting the literature and the education in her community, the quality of life in her community would improve overnight, and the quality of life among African American Negroes would improve overnight. But because your Afro American Negro woman has low self esteem, low self worth, and a poor self image, she pretty much gravitates towards the most destructive things in her community, the most destructive people in her community, and pretty much lays the foundation for no sort of growth and no sort of anything rising from it. Because as the old African proverb goes, it says, as the direction of the woman goes, so goes the race. And we see that because the Afro-American Negro woman's self-esteem is so low, she has taken the direction of her race right into the ground and turned her community into an absolute nightmare to live in. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.